Hi, my name's Kyle Logue, and the title of my research paper was What It Takes to Be a Successful Coach. After concluding my research, the thesis that I came up with was a coach's success depends on the relationship he or she has with the player, motivation factors, and an understanding of an emotional mindset. First, my paper focused on relationships with players. The most important thing with this is that a coach and player must be friends first. A lot of times when a student comes, especially at a young age, he or she is shy and really feeling kind of nervous about learning the sport, and just to make sure that you can put a smile on their face or they can start trusting you and just kind of teaching it in a fun way is really important while coaching. As they get older in age, the way that you would treat the student is different. Teenagers, you might want to talk to them about something that you probably wouldn't talk to an adult that you're teaching. So you kind of got to figure out how to communicate depending on the person's age. A coach needs to find a way to keep his players motivated. At a young age, it's a little bit easier because you can play games with them and it can be taught more in a way that is fun for the kids and it doesn't have to be too serious. As they get older, though, it has to be taught in a more serious way. That requires the coach to just change the coaching styles and just the methods that they're teaching the skills to the players. Nobody wants to feel like they're learning the same thing every week, and if they can just change it up and keep it exciting and kind of keep the games going along and well and just keep his players smiling and keeping it serious, then there will probably be success for that coach. Understanding the emotional mindset of the player is the toughest task for a coach. At a young age, again, it's pretty simple and easy because most young kids just want to have fun out there. If they're smiling and laughing and you're teaching it in a fun way, then they're probably going to want to keep playing and coming back to you and think that you're doing a good job as a coach. As they get older, though, the coaching has to become more serious, like I said before, and you got to understand that when they start to mature, that their attitude and the way they act on the court is going to change. Most kids or young adults are going to get angry more easier and just not know how to react to certain situations during the game. So then you have to know how to teach it depending on, or teach the mindset of how to act on the court depending on that player's personality and how easy they get angry to certain situations while playing the game, or if they don't act, they don't act mad when they should be, and they just don't care enough to teach them how to care as well. A lot of the times, if they want to play college tennis or make it to the professionals, they know that they have to win the matches in order to get the coaches to look at them or to get the ranking high enough to play in the big tournaments. So they add a lot of pressure to themselves. And the most important thing is for them to learn to enjoy the process of learning new skills, the process of going out there and winning and losing, and to really learn more from the losses than the wins. Because when you win, you're usually happy with the way you played. You really don't think about what you did wrong. When you lose, you're a little bit more harsh on yourself, but you shouldn't be harsh on yourself where you're giving up. You should be harsh on yourself as, hey, this is what I need to work on. This is what's going to make me better for the next tournament or just my game overall. The biggest thing for coaches to find is balance. If they're giving constructive criticism to kids and young adults, then they have to be able to do it in a way where you're kind of giving them a little bit of harsh words, but also telling them that they can do it, being supportive, and when they, fix whatever was wrong or they change their attitude, to just give them some praise and tell them that, that's the attitude that you want to see out there, and just to tell them to kind of keep that mindset going and to not go back to what I was criticizing or what the coaches were criticizing before. Also, coaches need to find a balance when pushing players with conditioning or working out or really any physical activity on the tennis court or in any sport. Depending on the age and the athletic ability, you need to kind of watch their progress and to make sure that if you are, putting more weights on the rack for them, then you're doing it not as 20 pounds, 40 pounds more. You go up by 5 pounds, 10 pounds, just so you can avoid injuries, because if they're going to get injured at a young age, it's probably going to affect them later in life. So you just got to be careful with how much you're pushing them and really just see what they can handle, and depending on the age, what they should be doing and what shape they should be in. If a coach can find balance and they can find coaching methods that works for their students and can switch it up with making it fun and exciting for them every other week, then that coach will have a successful coaching career. References.